Hello, welcome to the Excited Education channel, the YouTube channel which brings you about mathematics and biology. As usual, I'm Teacher Chris on the Excited Education channel on YouTube. I wish and I would like to invite each and everybody who is watching this video first to make subscribe, comment, share and like. So to follow me very well. Now we are going to discuss about biology on lower level, where we are going to discuss about biology and health science for senior 1. Hello, welcome to the module of today. So we are going to discuss about health science and biology for senior 1, where we are going to first check what are the different topics that are likely to be found in the biology and health science for senior 1. Here we are starting from the contents of the biology and health science for senior 1, and these contents includes the following topic area. The first is biodiversity and classification. In this topic, we'll discuss about subtopics which are following biodiversity, where we see the unit 1, which is including the introduction to biology. And here, it's where we are going to start. So, hello, welcome. Let's go on. So here, as you see, you can ask yourself, what is biology? Biology is the study of life. As usual, you know that biology deals with about life. If you had biology, you have to know that it's life. Life, it is the nature of the human being or nature of the living things. So even it includes also the non-living things, but here biology likely to discuss about life. We study biology to understand our own body, to know how it functions. We interact with the living and non-living components around us. Biology helps us to understand all this so that we respect our environment and ourselves. We can also make maximum use of all our resources most efficiently. So here in biology, we like to look about the components of living things and components of non-living things sometime in around us. Simply means the worldwide. So here, as a definition of biology, the word biology comes from the two Greek words. Bios means life and logos, so means study. Here, these are two Greek words that are likely to be derived, where biology can be derived from. The Greek word bios means life and logos means study. Can you have a notion on this? Therefore, biology is the study of life. So the biologists are the scientists who study life. So those ones that are likely to be undertaking biology are called scientists, and are called the biologists. The biologists are the scientists who studies what? Life. So branches of biology. What are the branches of biology? Biology have different branches. All biologists study living things, but different biologists study different parts of the living world. And so we divided biology into different branches. So the branches of biology simply means some components of the biology, or what are contents, or what parts that are likely to be included in the biology. Different branches of biology. There are two main branches of biology. So namely botany and zoology, where we like to find that botany is the science concerned with the plant organism. So in living things, we find the plants and animals. So the study of plants in general as a living organism is what we call botany. And for the study of animals in general is what we call zoology. So these are the mostly or two main branches of biology, and in those two branches of biology they are likely to find other sub branches of biology. For instance, in botany we find that in plant organisms there are the plants that are flowering and unflowering, but there are different terms that are likely to be used to explain those case studies. So two main branches of biology is botany and zoology. Botany study of plants, zoology study of animals. So other branches of biology includes the study of microorganisms. This is what we call microbiology. Yeah, these are in living organisms or in animals. So is also mycology, study of fungi. These are fungi. So the study of parasites, these are plastology, and bacteriology, study of bacteria. Parasites are living things that are likely to depend on another living things in their existence. And bacteriology, study of bacteria, these are the small living organisms that are likely to be not seen by our naked eyes, but are likely to be seen under microscopic magnification. So here there is another branch which is called ecology. The ecology is the study of living things in relation to their surroundings. The ecology simply means ecosystem, like to find their ecosystem and biodiversity. So ecology likely to be found like uh, biodiversity, as I said, ecosystem, the community, the population, and even feeding relationship, or where food web and food chain. This is what we call ecology. They likely to study about the how the living organisms live, or how the living organisms exist in their community or in their biodiversity, where they likely to depend one another. Those chain or those system of study is what we call ecology, living things in relation to their surrounding. And there is what we call genetics. Genetics is the study of heredity and variation. So genetics is also as a branch of biology, because genetics, it is the case study of the heredity and the variations. The genes from for instance, from parents to younger one, from first generation to the next generation, from the ancestors up to now. So this is what we call genetics. So these are study of cellular activities. So cellular activities are likely to be studied in genetics. So entomology, it's the study of insects. Those insects, they also have to be studied on by using our term, which is called entomology. And there's another one is called taxonomy. It's the study of classification. So this term is likely to explain the classification, those living organisms that are likely to be found in biology, or our life that are ready to exist in nowadays. They have different classes of, or there are many ways that we likely to use to classify different organisms in this world, in order that to know their feeding relationship and their existence in their community. So these are likely to be mostly branches of biology, as I said, and I'd like to I think I tried to tackle on each and every branch, and I try to explain, but we'll go in deeply about it by one, and then try to understand. But also have to know that if biology is the study of life, what is the importance of study of life? So what is the importance of biology in general? Biology helps us to enter into careers such as medicine, veterinary science, public health, of the agriculture, reproduction health, genetic engineering, and biotechnology. As we see different branches of biology, also it helps us to intervene in different careers. So here, for instance, medicine, those are likely to be doctors. Veterinary science, those are likely to be in part of animals, like caring animals like hens, cows, and other domestic animals. Public health, these are work that are likely to be used in also hospitals. Agriculture, reproduction health, and genetic engineering, those are likely to check whether one person can have the same genes with another one, or the relationship between genes in the families is what we call, those ones are likely to be genetic engineering and biotechnology. Biotechnology are likely to be those ones who are likely to study or to make those equipments that are likely to be used in case of health and in general biology. So for instance, in laboratories, biological laboratories, so biology enables us to better understand ourselves and the environments in which we live. So as you know, study of life, if you understand our life, or if you understand certain life of a certain living organism, you have to know better, and or you have to have a better understanding for ourselves and even our environment that are likely to be in. So biology helps us to acquire scientific skills such as observing, collection data, drawing, analysis, and making detection. So here, scientific skills that are likely to be used in our daily life, they are likely to be coming from the studying biology. So I would like, or I wish so, that everybody have to learn biology, even though you study arts, but you have to know that biology is very important in our daily life, and you have to take a short courses for it. So, and you know that biology can use it everywhere. Even you see in collecting data, those data are likely to be used in science, in computer holders. So those study computers, they are likely to use collecting data. Drawings, those are arts and architecture, and so analysis and making deduction. Deduction is the deal with those deductions or dealing studies for those of education. Biology provide answers to fundamental questions. For example, how do life begins, the origin of life. So the foundation of our life is already likely to be studied clearly in biology, to know where we live, where it comes from, our origin. So knowledge of biology helps us to solve environmental problems. For example, controlling the water hygienic in the Arkansas River and affects the fishing industries. So here, those are different environmental problems that are likely to be solved by knowledge of biology. So let us see about evolution. So evolution, these are likely to be different evaluation that you can use or can tackle on in order to understand what you have studied in this introduction of biology. So take evaluation. Give the difference between botany and zoology. I know you will understand. Try to make a short work and tackle or discuss on this as in groups or in yourself. Then you will understand what is the difference between botany and zoology. As we said, botany is study of plants, whereas zoology is study of animals. But you know there are differences, more than one. State 4 reasons why the study of biology is important. I know you have understood what it is. So name 4 branches of biology, then how do the study of biology help us in the future. So these are the evaluation that are required to be used to know if our topic of today as introduction have already had or have been already passed, so or very understandable. So topic 1, let us see topic 1. Topic 1 is what we call living organisms. So yourself can ask, you can ask yourself that what is living organism. So let us see the introduction. So as introduction, wherever you move, you are surrounded by houses, ground, trees, grasses, stones, animals,